Well, lawyers presented opening statements in the R. Kelly trial yesterday.
Yeah, to get some insight into the first day, legal expert Thomas Glasgow joins us right now. First of all, you talked to some of your friends who were inside the courtroom yesterday. What was R. Kelly's demeanor while the tape was being played?
He had a great deal of concern. He was reacting to the images that were on the screen, the disturbing images that were being shown to both the jury and the press. This was a big contrast from the jury selection when he was at times almost nodding off during the jury selection. Jury selection can be incredibly boring, even for attorneys, because you're asking the same questions over and over and over to each one of the prospective jurors in order to be fair and get all the information that you need in order to select a proper jury.
So as a defense attorney, what do you think his defense attorneys are telling him right now?
That he is on trial. He's the person that they are looking at. The jurors are making a decision. They're looking for his reaction during the course of the tape. Is he shocked, or is he in some way looking at the tape and going, oh, what is this? Why am I here? You know?
Let's get right to the very heart of this. You know, I'm no lawyer, of course, but it seems to me like they're going to roll the tape out right away during opening statements and right into the start of this trial and say it's like shocking the jury. Oh my goodness, now he's the guy. How can you convict a man when, first of all, they're saying it's not him, it's grainy video, and they're also saying that the girl in it is saying that it wasn't him, and that's not her?
Well, to answer your first question, the tape itself is very shocking. The tape is child pornography. Mm-hmm. The prosecution's wheeling that out in order to make an impression on the jury on the severity of this crime. In turn, the defense counsel is saying, look, number one, it wasn't him. It was not R. Kelly, which is an element that the state's attorney doesn't have to prove. They just have to prove that he produced the tape. They do, however, have to prove that the person in the video was under the age of 18 at the time that it was filmed, which is an incredibly difficult thing to do because the victim is not going to be testifying in this matter. The prosecution pointed that out in their opening statements yesterday, and they said, look, she's not going to be testifying for us. The defense counsel said, hey, look, they're going to be testifying that she's not the person in the video.
The prosecution also said, too, they're going to be bringing in some witnesses, some of the family of that young lady, who's going to testify that it was, in fact, her. How's that going to weigh in on this case?
Well, the jury is going to have to judge that credibility, along with the physical evidence that was presented during the opening statements yesterday about the mole on R. Kelly's back. Is this him? Well, we don't know, because the defense counsel correctly pointed out this is a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. How do we know whether or not this is a true and accurate depiction of the videotape as it was produced?
I was going to say, Tom, is there anything else? Is there any other case that's fairly similar to this, where you have nobody in the tape that's saying it's them, right? And then you've got all these other people around saying yes, it is them. Is there any other case that you can compare this to?
This is the most unusual case. With this set of fact pattern, I don't think that you are going to end up with a situation similar to this in any case.
And finally, Thomas, based on what you know about the jurors' profiles, do you think it's weighing heavily toward the defense or the prosecution at this point?
At this point, I think Mr. Kelly's going to be getting a fair trial. He's got people from all slices of life in the Chicagoland area. You've got people who seem to be pro-prosecution. You've got people who seem to be pro-defense. I think they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt, reasonable doubt. They're going to weigh the case, and it may go for the prosecution, it may go for the defense.
That's important, though, because they were worried about having a fair trial. Now it looks
they're
like
going to get a fair trial.
You're saying they're going to have one. Thank you very much for coming in.
Tom Glasgow, thank you.